So I wanted to share my journey with It Works Global. I've been here for 5 years, and my life has completely transformed in those 5 years. So in March of 2011, just to give you a little bit of a backstory, we had found ourselves in a very scary financial position. My husband's a contractor by trade, and when the economy took a dive, so did our income, and we found ourselves falling further and further behind. We've also given our kids the opportunity that if they wanted to go to a private school, Capital Christian in Sacramento, at the high school level, we would make that happen. And so at that time, I had an eighth grade daughter that was getting ready to graduate from eighth grade. And as part of their school assignment, they were choosing classes in her eighth grade class for her freshman year at our public school. And she came home and said, Mom, I don't want to go to Oak Ridge. I really want to go to Capital Christian. Her two older siblings had gone there and had a great time. So we needed $800 to $1,000 a month for that. We also had found ourselves very behind in our mortgage to the point where we were in active foreclosure. We had a sale date on our home of June 6th, 2011. So my husband and I had been praying for an opportunity to make that $800 to $1,000 a month. We were going to be okay just relocating our family and starting over. But we really wanted her to be able to go to school. As we told her she could, we'd make it happen. So I get a call March 15th from my neighbor with 2 hours notice to come to this wrap party. And I was really skeptical. I thought, come on, a wrap, a body applicator that will tone, tighten, and firm in 45 minutes. There's no way. And I'm not spending $25 to try it. That was my attitude. And it was simply looking back because I didn't know. So that night, my husband happened to be home. He was never home during the week. He would leave Monday and come back Friday and work out of town. So Tuesday night, Mike said, Dana, you know what? Literally a few minutes before this party was supposed to start, you've been stressed. You need to go and have some girl time. So I went. Fast forward, I saw an incredible result from my wrap. I actually had to borrow the $25 from my daughter's piggy bank because I literally didn't have it. But so I was floored. I came home and I was like, look, I showed my husband and I'm going, am I imagining this or does this really look better? And he's like, well, yeah, where did it all go? And I said, I'm drinking lots of water. I don't know. I think I'm peeing it out. That's the conversation. So I went to bed that night and I couldn't sleep and I was tossing and turning and I had names coming to mind. I was like, she would love this. She could use some money. This would be awesome for her. And at that time I had a full-time job and a part-time job just trying to make ends meet. So I got up after about 20 minutes. My rule is tossing and turning that's my time to pray. And so I did. And I just felt very heavy on my heart. This was the answer to my $800 to $1,000 a month prayer. So I called the consultant, my Karen. She's the one who got me started. She came over, showed me the comp plan, which was the 3 simple steps that we talked about earlier on this event. And I jumped in. I had to borrow the $100 to get started, but I did. And I went crazy and I didn't look back. And I called everybody and anybody that I knew. And I told them about this awesome opportunity. And before you knew it, I had promoted to the rank of Ruby in like 2.5 weeks. And the average Ruby income is $500 to $600 a month. That makes a difference. I thought if I could get to Emerald, then Brenna could certainly go to Capital Christian. And so in 2 months, I hit that level. I just worked harder and harder and harder. Well, June 1st came around and I looked like I may be promoting to Diamond. So I called the mortgage company and I said, I don't want to ask for a modification, any of that, because we've tried that for years, 2 years. And I said, but can you extend our sale date for 30 days? There's 6 people in this house. We don't have anywhere to go. And so they did. So I hustled, and come July, I was able to call the bank and say the same thing. I promoted to double diamond then. The average double diamond makes about $6,000 a month residual income. And they gave me another 30 days. And by August 1st, I was able to call the bank and wire the money that got us caught up to save our home. My Brenna, who was the reason I started this whole thing to begin with, graduated from Capital Christian High School last year. She just is about to finish her first year in college, and I have a son at Capital Christian now. It was at that point that I hit Double Diamond that I thought, could I really go to the top of this company? And that's when I sat my husband down and said, we agreed to have a stay-at-home parent, and I've always worked from home, so I've always been here when my kids are home. And I asked him what I had to make to keep him home. And that number was more than what a triple diamond makes. The average triple diamond makes about $10,000 a month. The number he gave me was a little more than that. So I just went to work. I went out, I met new people, I introduced everybody to this product. I used social media, I did whatever it took. And my 12th month with the company, I promoted to triple diamond, and my paycheck was about $300 more than what he wrote on that paper that night. And so I was able to bring him home, and he's been home with me now for 4 years. And we've been able to finish raising our kids for the last 4 years. We've been able to dream bigger than we've ever been able to dream. We both worked very hard. And in 20 months, I hit the level of Presidential Diamond. The average Presidential Diamond makes $16,000-ish a month. And I've been able to touch a lot of people. And now for me, it's about being a hope broker for the people on my team. People maybe like you, if you find yourself right now in a situation where you're ready for some freedom, or you just need a few extra $100, let us show you how to do it. The person that invited you to this party can certainly give you the information. They have access to me, and I'm happy to get on a phone call with you as well. But if you're looking to replace an income or two, or just make a few bucks, I'd like you to look at our opportunity, because it's been a life-changing adventure for us.